All of this was decided.
You really think you can change the future?
All of this was decided.
The truth is what you see with your eyes, not what you hear.
All of this was decided.
Good tidings, ladies and gentlemen of the Lodge, and welcome back. On the docket today is a long overdue investigation into the Masters Defender. Upon first glance, the blade isn't the most flashy of the bunch, but I believe there is a deep history behind this blade that is yet to be revealed. In today's video, while it will be mostly speculation and conjecture, we will try to connect some of the dots between the Masters Defender and both the displayed and potential lineage that it might carry. Seeing as this blade was first introduced to us in Birth by Sleep as a sort of parallel to No Name, the way Eraqus paralleled Xehanort, interestingly enough, I believe Brain is the only one whose body has wielded both blades at one point, which calls forth the interesting lineage of wielders who have used it. We have Ava, then Brain, then Ephemer, then Odin, then Eraqus, then Aqua, briefly Sora before going back to Aqua. Seeing as the no-name Keyblade is now in Lushu's possession, and with Lushu poised to play a big role in the next arc, I find it hard to believe that the Masters Defender won't have a role of at least somewhat equal importance. And if that's enough to get your mind spinning, then allow us to let this Kingdom Hearts theory commence. I want to propose a few potential theories for this blade and flesh out why they may be possible. Starting with, the Masters Defender is from the Master of Masters' original time. This is one that to me can be exemplified by the Keyblade's appearance. Even when you compare it to the Keyblades forged during the Age of Fairy Tales, a time considered to be ancient, the blade couldn't look any more ordinary, perhaps even dull and old when compared to the other blades, especially No Name. Well, this prompts me to think that this blade is even more ancient than the Age of Fairy Tales itself. Perhaps Sora observing this very fact in Kingdom Hearts 3 could have been a hint towards this.
A Keyblade?
That's so old.
How did it end up here?
Maybe it's another guiding key.
Especially when you consider that this scene was also used for promotion as well. We've seen that the Master has referenced an age before the Age of Fairy Tales, the time that he is originally from. So we have to ask ourselves if any relics from that time are floating around, the Master's Defender being one of them. Next, I want to go back to the lineage because I think there is something noteworthy within it. In all likelihood, the Master gave the Keyblade to Ava, who then gave it to Brain, instructing him to deliver that blade and the Book of Prophecies to Ephemer. From there, we see Ephemer wielding the Master's Defender all the way to the endpoint when they create the statue of him. Chronologically, the next wielder that we know is Odin. That's a huge time gap. How does this blade get from Ephemer to Odin? Who did Ephemer leave the Keyblade to in his wake? And that, my friends, is why I believe one of the primary reasons Brain was sent to this era of Scala ad Caelum was so he could re-obtain the Master's Defender. Or at the very least, I have reason to believe that the Master's Defender will be a significant part of the story of Missing Link. I mean, think about it. Ephemer wields it in his statue, implying its importance as well as its notoriety. And seeing as this Keyblade ends up in the hands of Master Odin, as well as Eraqus, who ended up playing a crucial role in the Darkseeker saga, we have to believe that there's going to be some significance placed on the Master's Defender in Missing Link. Now, whether or not the blade is anything controversial remains to be seen. Maybe we see different sets of characters pursuing the blade, or perhaps there's already a plan in place for the blade upon Brain's arrival. Anyway, when it comes to the Master's Defender's role in Missing Link, we're just gonna have to wait and see. The next point I'll bring up is going to take us to this blade's current wielder, Master Aqua. Let's remember that the Master's Defender has a history of standing in opposition with the no-name Keyblade, a blade that is now in the hands of Lushu. Let us recall that Lushu, at the time Braig, was a crucial part of Birth by Sleep, which was Aqua's debut and the majority of her character arc. Both Aqua and Lushu do have a history together, and now that they are both in possession of what was Xehanort and Eraqus' former blades, you'd have to imagine these two blades and wielders will clash. Noting that, maybe it makes sense why Aqua was already given a position of importance in the next arc as Kairi's master. Maybe we see how Aqua will be roped into the modern saga, not just by association of her protege, but the mere fact that she wields a weapon from ancient times. Whether that ancient time be the Age of Fairy Tales or the Masters' time, as well as the fact that this blade was given such a high-level importance from Master Ava. This Keyblade not only ties Aqua back to the Union Cross era, but to the overarching plot of the Lost Masters arc as well. It'll be interesting to see what the foretellers and dandelions make of someone like Aqua wielding such a historical relic. And again, we have to consider, is it a coincidence that Aqua, the one who inherited the Masters Defender, not only was in close proximity with Ventus, who connects us back to Union Cross, but was mentored and trained by Brain's descendant Eraqus, again tying her back to Union Cross. So whether we look at Ventus, whether we look at Eraqus, or whether we look at the Masters Defender, there seems to be constant connecting of Aqua back to the Union Cross era. So again, seeing as Aqua has already been given a role in the next saga as Kairi's master, Kairi, who is bound for Quadratum, her also wielding the Masters Defender just gives them another way of tying her into the modern Lost Masters arc. The Masters Defender is often slept on, and I haven't seen much discussion surrounding it since the end of Kingdom Hearts 3. I remember all the wild theories that used to pop up when we saw the trailer of Sora discovering it on Destiny Islands all those years ago. Now that we have seen this blade dates back to the Age of Fairy Tales, and seeing the Daybreak Town era being roped into the future of the series, we have to believe that there is a good chance that the Masters Defender will be joining us as well. Who knows? We may end up in a world where Keyblade wielders of times past want it back in their possession, but at the end of the day, who knows? What I really want to know is what you think, dearest viewer. Do you think any of the potential theories I brought up here are viable? What are your thoughts and theories on the future of the Masters Defender? Please do not hesitate to share your thoughts in the comment section below. So ladies and gentlemen, you all be good out there. Be good to yourselves and each other. And I will see all of you beautiful sickos and normies next time.
All of this was decided.
You really think you can change the future?
All of this was decided.
The truth is what you see with your eyes, not what you hear.
All of this was decided.
Why not just sit back and watch it play out?
All of this was decided.
May your heart be your guiding key.